Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer, and it's Tuesday. That means it's time to go over some of the online video news from last week. And there's one thing that it's not really news, but I think you guys should check it out. I'll put a link to it below. It's from New Media Rockstars, and they talk about a couple things you should know as a video creator about doing your taxes. It's coming up, and they have a lot of good tips, a couple things in there that you should definitely know about, like knowing the difference between being an employee and an independent contractor, how to keep track of your expenses, and even knowing some of the ways that your expenses can save you money in deductions. But the thing I want to talk about here mostly is their very first point, which is treating your hobby like a business. Now, in no way am I a business professional or expert. I think I'm like most of you guys, where I just like making cool stuff and posting it online for other people to enjoy as well. But as soon as money gets involved, whether that's through AdSense revenue or sponsorships or product sales or whatever, this whole thing becomes less of a hobby and has to shift more like a business, especially from the IRS's perspective. Now again, I am not an expert, so you should definitely consult someone about this. Actually, I hope to have a video coming up soon. I reached out to a lawyer today to see if I could interview him about getting some more details on all this businessy type stuff that you guys need to know about running your video creation stuff online. But I want to give you guys just a little bit I know from my own experience from running my business as my hobby, or vice versa, I'm not sure, for the past couple of years. The first thing I would recommend that you guys do is form an LLC. It's a limited liability corporation, and it basically is your license to do business in whichever state that you're in. Now, the process and the fees and what that looks like all kind of varies from state to state, but I've done it in 2 states now, and both of the process has been very similar, and it's run for around $160 to get it set up. But the advantage of that is you get an employee identification number, which you can use then instead of giving your social security out for 1099 forms and other stuff. And it lets you open a business checking account, which I highly recommend, because running your business finances and transactions through your personal account can get very cumbersome and very confusing and make taxes way more difficult than they have to be, and also you might miss out on a lot of opportunities to save on your tax and get a higher refund because you weren't keeping track of your finances correctly. So having your own separate business checking account has been very helpful for me, running all my expenses and all my income just through one account. So at the end of the year, I can just go through my statements from that account and just kind of filter everything out that I need to. Another thing that you should know is that it's very important that you hold on to every single receipt that you use for business hobby purposes, whether that is like new video equipment, computers, whether you're just meeting someone for lunch to talk about an upcoming collaboration. Those could all be tax deductions that you can use to save on the amount of money that you're paying into your taxes. But if you're like me, you just like to create stuff, and the whole organizational like thing just goes out the door really quick. So what I use to keep track of all my expenses is EXPENSIFY.com. I'll link to that below also. And really, if it's an email receipt, I just forwarded it to my address, EXPENSIFY.com, and automatically scans it, puts it into my account. Or if I'm out and I actually have like a paper receipt of something I bought with my business checking account, I'll just use the app on my phone, take a picture of the receipt, and automatically upload it to my Expensify account. And it just keeps everything nice, organized, and neat, so I never lose a receipt. When tax time comes, I can give it all to my CPA and he can take care of it for me. And speaking of CPAs, I really recommend them. I know you can try to do a lot of this kind of stuff on your own, and some of you guys are gifted and qualified to do that. I am not one of them. I get very confused about the whole business implications and taxes and all that kind of stuff. So for me, having a CPA has been definitely a good idea. And they're usually not that expensive. They can even help you form your LLC, and they can manage your taxes stuff for you and make sure that you're getting all the deductions that you possibly can, and a lot more. And at least the one I use isn't very expensive. I pay him to help me set up stuff or to do my taxes or do other things like that. And the amount that I pay him, I always far save. I think like one year I saved like $1,200, and I only had to pay him like $150 for him to figure out how to do that for me. So it pays for itself very quickly in my case. Hopefully soon I'll have that interview with a lawyer or a CPA here for you guys, so we can talk more in depth with someone who actually knows what they're talking about with all this. Hopefully that'll be helpful. So make sure you subscribe to get that. We talk about stuff for you guys for video creators all the time. Also, if you guys aren't fans of us on Facebook or circled us in Google+. I've been talking there about a new ebook that I'm writing just for you. It's called The Secret to Building Your Audience on YouTube. And I'm going to give it to you guys who are video creators insiders completely free. And all that means, all you have to do is become a part of our mailing list. If you use the link in the description below to become a video creators insider, I will send you that ebook free of charge as soon as it's done. I'm just in the final drafting and design stages right now, so I'm looking forward to sending that to you guys, so you'll actually get it even before I make it available online or anywhere. So you'll be the first ones to get it. Sign up for free, subscribe, and I will see you guys here in a little bit for another news story from the online video world from last week. See you then.